Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear students, in today's chapter number 2, that is joint stock company, we are going to see types of companies. See, companies get bifurcated, companies gets divided on certain basis. See, on the basis of incorporation, on the basis of number of members, on the basis of liability of members, on the basis of control, and then there are certain other types of companies. We are going to see each one in detail today. See, on the basis of incorporation. Incorporation is the legal process used to form a company. So now there are certain legal formalities which a company does for its formation. The very first one is statutory company. These companies are incorporated by special act passed by central or state legislative. Now see, central or state legislative, it's nothing but a law-making body. So yes, when statutory companies are formed, it's incorporated under a special act, under a special law-making body. Okay? See, statutory company is usually created. It's usually created with the intention of serving people rather than creating profits. The main intention of this company is to serve people rather than creating profits. See, example of these companies are State Bank of India, Reserve Bank of India, Life Insurance Corporation and Unit Trust of India. Coming to the second one is registered company. These companies are incorporated, are formed under the Companies Act 2013 or any previous company law. That means if you want to have a registered company, you have to get that company formed under the Companies Act 2013 or any previous company law. See, a company which has officially registered its business, you have put something on the list to be a registered company. Coming with the B, on the basis of number of members, or I can say on the basis of membership. The very first one is private company. See, a private company means a company having minimum paid up capital as may be prescribed and by which its articles restricts the rights of members to transfer its shares. If it's a private company, a member has got certain restrictions on transfer of its shares. You can't sell the shares of private company easily. Second, restrict the number of its membership up to 200. That means maximum members in a private company it's only 200. It's the maximum number of members. Coming to the third one, it's prohibit any invitation to the public to subscribe for any securities or deposits of the company. There is a restriction with the general public to come for the subscription of the securities. That means there is a restriction. General public cannot buy any of the securities of private company. See, all these set conditions should be fulfilled compulsorily for a company to be a private company. Secondly, here, see, it must add a word private limited at the end of its name. It's compulsory for a private company to have these two words private limited at the end of its name. And any one of the condition is not fulfilled by the company, it shall be considered as public company. We have seen previously 3 conditions. If any of the condition is not fulfilled, the company will be termed as public company. Now, coming to the public company, see, public company means a company which is not a private company, first of all. Secondly, to be a public company, there are 4 rules given here. See, public company has no restriction on the transfer of its share. The very first feature of this public company is it has no restriction on the transfer of shares. Secondly, the other feature is minimum number of members should be 7. If it's a public company, the minimum number of members should be 7. Third is public company has to have minimum paid up share capital as may be prescribed by its articles. If whatever prescribed minimum paid up share capital it is mentioned in the articles, it should be there. And coming to the last one, public company does not prohibit any invitation or acceptance of deposits from the public. That means in public company, general public can deposit amount, public company can accept deposits from general public can buy securities of the public company as well. Coming to the third one is one person company. See, the name itself says a company having one person as a member. It's a private limited company. Most importantly, see here, it's a private limited company. So thus, it has to fulfill and comply with all the formalities of private company unless and otherwise specified in the articles. Now see here, to comply with means to obey or to accept. So now if it's a one person company, it has to fulfill or obey or accept all the formalities of private company. Okay. Now the concept of one person company was introduced through Companies Act 2013. Now Companies Act 2013 has got this concept one person company. Now see, there are 3 points given related to this one person company. The very first one is operated by a single promoter who has limited liability. Second is can have one or more directors. And coming to the third one is no need to hold annual general meeting. Now annual general meeting is meeting of shareholders of a company, or I can say meeting of members of the company. So here when it's one person company, that company no need to hold any annual general meeting. Coming to the C part, that is on the basis of liabilities of the member. How much a person being a member of a company owes to the company. The very first one is company limited by shares. See, these type of companies have share capital and liability of each member is limited to the unpaid part of face value of shares purchased by a member. Let's say the cost of one share, that is the face value of one share is rupees 10. Now at the time of purchase, the company has asked a member to pay only 5 rupees. That means the unpaid part on that particular share is rupees 5, right? So the liability of a member is limited to the unpaid part of face value. That means at the time of liquidation of a company, a member is only liable to pay the unpaid amount, that is rupees 5. See here, during the existence of the company or in the event of winding up of a company, a member can be called upon only to pay the unpaid remaining amount on shares purchased by him or her. Now, this company limited by share may be a public company or a private company. Both the companies can be a company limited by shares, but these kind of companies are the most popular type of companies. Okay, coming to the second one is company limited by guarantee. See, to give guarantee means to give certain authentication, or I can say to promising to pay. See, company limited by guarantees are the companies which may or may not have share capital. These companies may have or may not have share capital, but each member promises to pay a fixed sum of money that is specified in the memorandum in the event of liquidation of the company or for the payment of debts and liabilities of the company. That means at the time of liquidation or at the time of clearing the debts of the company, a member has to pay certain fixed sum of money which he has promised in the form of guarantee. Now see, generally such companies are not profit making companies. Pay attention to this sentence. Such companies are not profit making companies. These companies are formed for the promotion purpose of art, science, culture, charity, sports, or any other similar purpose. See, these companies are formed for the society or for the promotion of art, science, or for having charity or conducting sports. Coming to the third one is unlimited liability company. The word itself says there is no limit on the liability of a member. A company not having any limit on the liability of its members is termed as unlimited company. See, the members are fully liable to cover the debts of the company. Whatever will be the liability of a company will become the debt for the member as well. See, the unlimited company can be either a private company or a public company or a one-person company. Okay. Now, saying the fourth part of the type of company as on the basis of control. Who's going to control the company? The very first one is holding company. To hold means to have a control on something. So now, seeing, with this, we'll see the meaning of holding company. See, holding company holds more than 1/2 of total share capital of another company. If I say A company is a holding company for company B, that means A company has got more than 1/2 of the total share capital of the other company, that is company B. Now holding company, that is company A, has powers to appoint or to remove all or a majority of directors of the company. That means holding company has got certain rights on the other company. That is, company A has got certain rights on company B. Holding company, there are 2 points you're supposed to remember. Holds more than 1/2 of the total share capital of another company. Secondly, has got the powers to remove or to appoint majority of directors of the other company. Coming to the second one is subsidiary company. This is exactly opposite of holding company. See, when we have seen an example of holding company, if A is a holding company, the B is the subsidiary company. See, a subsidiary company is just the opposite of holding company. It is a company which is controlled by holding company. We have seen in the example, B company was controlled by company A. So yes, I can say it's controlled by a holding company. Such control is possible. Why this control is possible? Just because holding company has got more than 1/2 of the share capital, right? And has got powers to appoint or to remove all or the majority of its directors. Now we are going to see some other types of companies. There are 7 other types of companies. Coming to the very first one is government company. Now, if a company is said to be a government company, that company holds not less than 51% of the total paid up share capital, which is in the hands of central government or state government or governments. partly paid by central government and partly by one or more state government. Fourth one, subsidiary company of a government company. If there is a company and it's said that the company is government company, the central government or state government or governments, partly by central government or partly by state government, should have not less than 51% of the paid up share capital. Okay, the state government should have hold for more than 51% of the paid up share capital in the other company to be called as government company. Now see here, government company may be a private company or a public company. In fact, it is a company registered and incorporated, registered and formed under the Companies Act 2013. See, few examples are given for government company. Hindustan Machine Tools Limited, you have got Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, Coal India Limited, Oil Natural Gas Corporation Limited, etc. These are the few examples of government companies. Coming to the second one is foreign company. The word itself says the company is incorporated outside India. The company is formed outside India but have a place of business in India as well. See, the examples are Nestle India Limited. See, this company, the base is Swiss. It's a Swiss multinational food and drink company. Then you have got Bata India Limited. It's again a Swiss domiciled multinational company for footwear, as we all know. And then we have got Whirlpool Corporation. It's a company for home appliances. Okay, and the place is US. They're located in Michigan. Foreign company, the base would be in foreign, but the working place would be here in India also. Now see, what are the other words for dormant? Why am I focusing on the word dormant? See, the other word for dormants are inactive or sleeping. The other words for this are inactive or sleeping. Now there is a company, dormant company. See, dormant company is registered for a future project. Okay, the company is formed already, but the company is supposed to work in future. Secondly, has not made any significant accounting transactions in the last 2 years. That means the company has not done any accounting transactions. Coming to the third one, has not filed financial statements or annual returns in the last 2 years. That means the company has not submitted any of the financial statements in the last 2 years. Coming to the fourth one is listed companies. Now see, listed company means a company which has got his names in the recognized stock exchanges. Now, a company which has any of its securities listed on any recognized stock exchange. A public limited company may be a listed company or an unlisted company. See, the listed companies will also have to follow SEBI's guidelines, SEBI Securities Exchange Board of India, and the provisions of the Companies Act. Coming to the fifth one is small company. See, small company means a company other than public company. Public company is a huge company with minimum number of membership as 7 and maximum is unlimited. Okay, so now apart from these, there are other two conditions. The very first one is paid up share capital of which does not exceed 50 lakhs or maybe which is prescribed in the articles. Coming to the second one, turnover of which as per the last profit and loss account does not exceed 2 crores. Now see, private company, one person company and company other than public company can be a small company. Coming to the sixth one is associate company. To associate means to connect or to link. Here, see, associate company can also be termed as a private company. Now, if I say A company is an associate company of company B, that means A company is going to have 20% of share capital of company B. See, it creates a significant influence on the other company. Significant influence means control of at least 20% of total share capital, okay, or the business decisions can be taken by the other partner company, that is company A. And coming to the last seventh point, company not for profit. Here the word itself says under section 8 such companies are registered and those companies are not for profit making. With this we come to an end with the types of companies. That's all for today class. Thank you.